e dalla poesia di questa musica permettetemi di dirvi alla poesia dello straordinario messaggio di Prem Rawat.
Mr. Mayor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful evening in Mazara, Vallo. Not only the weather is cooperating, but I think the hearts are warming. And the subject of peace is being discussed, talked about, which in my humble opinion is the most noble subject to be speaking about, because it is important to every human being on the face of this earth. I have held no government positions. I have been and I am an ordinary citizen like you. And today, my perspective is a very simple one. And so, perhaps, in all the different perspectives that you have been receiving, via different messages from distinguished guests here, maybe it would be nice to get a simple perspective too. And so, I will begin actually with a story. It's more of a joke than actually a story. And have patience with me. I will bring it to the subject of peace. So, the story goes, there was a little dog, little puppy, and puppies like to explore. So one day he was exploring and exploring and exploring and exploring, and he ended up in the middle of a jungle. He had completely lost his way. In the middle of the jungle, he sensed some danger. Behind him, he sees a big lion ready to eat him. And the puppy said, think, because you're going to die. So if you want to save yourself, you are young, you haven't had much life, save yourself, think. So the puppy looked around and he saw a big pile of bones in the jungle. And the puppy went over there, sat down, waited for the lion to come up. When the lion got very close, the puppy goes, "Oh, that was a delicious lion." As soon as the lion heard that, saw the bones, the lion stopped. So then the lion started thinking, oh my God, this is a very, very strange dog. He eats lions. I better stay away from him. So the lion turned around and started walking away. Up on the tree, there was a monkey. And the monkey was watching all this. And the monkey realized that the lion had been fooled. So the monkey went up to the lion and said, you know what? You have been made an idiot out of. That dog, that little puppy did not eat a lion. He just sat next to the bones, and he said that lion tasted good, and you heard that and you got scared and you ran away. Upon hearing this, the lion got very mad. And he said to the monkey, okay, get on my back. I'm going to go there and I'm going to teach this dog a lesson. So the dog had hoped that he had averted the problem. But upon seeing the lion with the monkey on the back, the dog put two and two together. I have had it. Whatever I said to fool this lion, this monkey has told the lion that this was all a big mistake. Think. Your days are over. Think. So the puppy sat down, waited for the lion to come. When the lion got very close, the puppy goes, I wonder where that monkey is. I sent him a long time ago to get me another lion. So, that's the little joke, that's the little story. We are interested in this topic called peace. I hear from many people, and people say, well, this would be nice, this would be nice, this would be nice, peace would be nice. But I ask myself a question, a very simple question. If peace is such a nice thing, then how come people don't have it? Why are they so interested in wars? Why are they so interested in everything else? And peace seems to be an illusion. You know, I realized one thing. You can take people from different religions who hate each other, put them out in the middle of the ocean, and they will become friendly very quick. Why? Why? This is important. Why? When the objective becomes clear and one, when the objective becomes clear and one, all the arguments fall away because it is clear. When all of these members sitting in the boat realize it's not about their religion, it is about survival, it is not about their hate, it is not about their accomplishments, it is about survival. When that becomes clear, they will unite to make that happen because they see the common good that it will derive them as well. It is not clear to people in this world. It is not clear to people in this world what is the common goal. So, why not? You know who your biggest problem is? I know who my biggest problem is. It's not anybody else. It's me. I am my biggest problem. And I am the one who gets in my way of doing things. I don't need anybody else. In this world, it is the same way. We are our problems. We don't need anybody else. If we get out of our way, believe me, understanding of peace would be a lot simpler. Then come along, quote unquote, the world leaders. This is strike two. world, they're called world leaders. The word doesn't define what they lead you towards. They're just called leaders. And when we hear the word, we say, world leader, I will follow. This is blind faith. Because what the world leaders do is they make us scared. First of all, they make us scared. If you don't do this, you will be destroyed. If you don't do this, you will be left penniless. If you don't do this, this will happen. First they scare us, and then they divide us. Then they bring thinking in which makes absolutely no sense. And what are we left with? Problems, 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 problems. Here's a simple question. Innately, will human beings choose war or peace? Because I am simple, I am bold enough to ask that question. Other people will think, you have to be diplomatic. I'm not. I ask the question, what do you think? What do you think? Not sure? Most of you. Some of you, peace. And the other ones, I can hear you thinking. I can hear you thinking, should I say peace? But that's not really true, because it's human beings who fight. But what do we want? Let me tell you what we want. We want a little space. Not big, a little space. So we can pursue what interests us. A little elbow room to pray to God. Same God, by the way. Only one God. Not two, not three, not four. Only one God. But to pray to that God because it makes us feel good. You know, if prayer could fix your problems, car manufacturers would not give you the fifth tire. Because they would just have a little prayer in the trunk. You open it and you pray and shh, your tire is fixed. But it makes us feel good when we pray. So, a little space to be able to pray in the language and in the way we want to. One thing. Secondly, an opportunity. An opportunity, a passage, a pathway, a ladder. In case we want to better ourselves, that there is a possibility that exists so that we can improve ourselves. Whether it be financially, whether it be mentally, whether it be physically, whatever. But a passageway, a path, an opportunity. By the way, so far, there isn't anything that I have said that would be fundamentally impossible for a government to do. I'm not saying that the government has to actually provide the impetus to people to improve themselves. No, that will come from them. They just have to provide a path in case the person wants that, they can do it. A choice. If they don't, fine. But if they do, here, this is how you can do it. Kabir said it very beautifully. He said, Kabir is standing in the marketplace being this world. Kabir is standing in the marketplace, watching everybody come and go. He has no friendship with anyone, nor anyone in that marketplace is his enemy. Neutral. Neutral. Come, go, come, go. Not your friend and not your enemy. But wishing well to everyone. Wishing well. Is that so difficult? Is that so difficult? But all these things we need to think. We don't think. I don't know when we have abdicated thinking. Because I think as soon as we hear the world leader, we go, okay, I don't have to think. I will just hear what he says or she says, and that's it. No, think. The puppy did. The puppy did and got the puppy out of big trouble. Imagine what thinking can do. Do you really think it is impossible in this world to wipe out poverty? Really? But this is all we think. No. Now imagine that puppy going, I've had it. And he would be 100% right. Because without the thinking, that puppy has had it. With the thinking, with using a little bit of cleverness, even that little puppy was able to walk out of a very, very tight situation. You think it is impossible to wipe out hunger? People go, that's impossible. How can we wipe out hunger? Well, it's true, you can't, because there are people who purposely go hungry. It's called dieting. But for those people who are not dieting, and they go hungry not because they want to, is it possible that food can be given to them? Absolutely. Absolutely. The Prem Rawat Foundation started 2 projects. One is in Ranchi, and I was there just recently. And the other one is in Dhading, Nepal. A village where the kids were so poor that they would steal food from the rats. Because the rats store food. And they would go and find the rats and dig up their holes, and in the middle they would have a chamber where they would have food, and they would actually steal from that. That's how bad the situation was. Their grades, they weren't hardly going to school. Life expectancy was in the teens. When I first arrived there, I saw the situation, and we took an initiative. We provided local food. Local food means food that they know how to eat. A lot of time our world leaders also provide food which people don't want to eat because they're not used to it. And so that is actually sold in some cities in India as cow fodder. Food for cows. They're not meant for cows, it's meant for people, but people don't want to eat it. They've never eaten it. They look at it and they go, what is this? We wanted to provide them with local food. So we started Food for People. These kids come in with so much pride. cried. I watched them. I was like shocked. You know, because I'm there going, you know, isn't this nice? We've arranged this for you. And they look at me like, what are you doing at our place? They come in, they wash their hands, they pick up their plate, they stand in front of the window and they stay there till that plate is got more food than I could ever eat. And then they go back for the seconds. They eat only once a day at that facility, but it's changed the equation. The health of the kids has shot up. Their attendance has shot up. They're sharp. And not only that, the old folks in that community have been able to stand on their feet and now have become a productive member of that village. Wasn't that difficult? But in the name of helping people, do you know how many billions? I'm not talking millions. Billions of dollars are spent in the name of helping people, and not one single person gets help. But it happens. Because the focus is not there. Why is peace not on this earth? Because the focus is not there. There are empty words spoken in front of people, empty promises made in front of people. And I would guarantee it that given the people the opportunity, the platform for opportunity to grow, given that elbow space for them to be able to pray to their God as they wish, you don't have issues. You won't have issues. People will learn how to get along. So far, the world leaders stay out of the picture. Because as soon as this ghost of world leader comes in, everything goes to dirt. Everything becomes pathetic. People will say, but we need world leaders. Let me qualify. We need good world leaders. There's plenty of world leaders. We need good world leaders. Good world leaders like that puppy, who can think, who are not swayed by the tide of politics, where you have to appease people. You know, sometimes, and I've seen this from experience, when you go to a hotel, there is a person who's there to open your door. And every time he opens your door, he smiles. As though, I mean, you realize how many times this person smiles in a day? So he must have peace. I mean, he's just always kind of smiling. Believe me, he's doing it because he has been told to do so. It's not coming from inside of him. He could care less that he has to open your door, and believe me, you think you are special? Not in his eye. Another person he has to smile at and open the door for. But we think, wow, and we say, oh, hello. And he's like, hello. And then the smile goes, Ch. We don't need leaders like that, who sit there and all they do is smile. One party comes, want votes? No. And you know, please don't anybody get offended. I know there's a lot of politicians here, so I'm not trying to offend you. But I'm just pointing out in my simple sense and in my humble way that we need people who are going to be honest with us. Honest. honest. We need a lot of those little puppies. See, that's why I gave that analogy. Somebody who can think, who can avert the war, not start the war. Anybody who thinks that they are a hero because they started the war, not in my book, they're not a hero. Those who are interested in stopping them, whether it is one woman that makes her camp across the house of the then President of the United States of America, that person is my hero. That person is my hero because they're all about stopping this and bringing back innocent people back to their home, back to their family, back to their country. And this is what has to happen. Peace is not impossible. And this is why I'm here to talk about peace. So, shouldn't I be giving a half-an-hour lecture on peace? Shouldn't I be? I got news for you. I got real news for you. What you're looking for is inside of you. Congratulations. There's your half-hour lecture on peace. You've got it. You've got it. You've got it. Let me ask you one simple question. If you want to remove darkness from a room, what should you do? Get a bucket? Open the window, take the bucket, take darkness, fill the bucket with darkness and throw it out. You think so? No. Light a lamp. Light a lamp, darkness will be gone. Not much work required. There's my half-an-hour dissertation on peace. That's how it is. That's how it is. What you are looking for is within you. What you need to do is light the lamp. If you find your room dark, don't get a bucket. Light the lamp. Light the lamp of knowledge. Light the lamp of understanding. Light the lamp of clarity. Light the lamp of that beauty that lies within every single human being. And my answer is that given the right circumstance, a human being will choose peace. That's my answer. Disturbed? No. In normal state? Yes. And you are only human when you are in that normal state, not animalistic state. Not, because this is what you have to understand. If you want to be rich, there's a quick way to be rich. Do you know what it is? No, it's not robbing a bank. You know what is the quickest way of becoming rich is? Be generous. You become rich. You know what is the quickest way of becoming powerful is? Be gentle. Be gentle. And you become powerful. Do you know the quickest way of finding peace? Look within. Look within. And you will find peace. Does everybody have peace on the face of this earth? Of course. Then why so many wars? Because of this. Logic gone astray. Logic is good, but when logic goes astray, that's what happens. Listen to what your heart has to say. This is the voice of simplicity. This is the voice of actuality. This is the voice of reality. So, it is not about pain. It is not about suffering. As human beings coming together and making a better world for ourselves and for our children, and their children, and their children. You know, it astounds me. Here we were given a beautiful opportunity to be on this planet Earth. And what have we done to it? Almost destroyed it. How did that happen? We're the wise ones. We're the inventors. We are good. We are contemplators. We can do mathematical studies. We can look at statistics. How did we manage to destroy this? You know why? Because we think this is all just temporary. After all, we're all going to go to heaven, right? But we forget. I went to a Catholic school. And every morning that I went to school, we have to say the Lord's Prayer. And I started saying the Lord's Prayer when I was very, very young, because the whole class had to sing it. And it took me a long time to actually realize what the meaning of it was, and I was blown away. I was very impressed when I finally understood what it meant. To all those people who only dream about heaven, I want to remind you of the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. That hasn't happened yet. That's being prayed for by somebody very, very special. That is yet to happen, and it is incumbent upon us, all of us on the face of this earth, to make it happen. I don't talk about religion much, but this is a personal feeling that I have. Quit dreaming about heaven. Let's make heaven here. Because that's what's being prayed for. There is a distinct possibility to make that happen. Let's make heaven here. For everyone. For everyone. You know, people are, okay, what's going to happen when we die? A lot of beliefs. A lot of beliefs in this world. I would just humbly like to say that knowing is a little better than believing, because knowing encompasses believing, but believing does not encompass knowing. Know for yourself. You don't have to believe then, because you know. Know that heaven is here, and make it happen. Know that you are alive, and take advantage of it. Know that you exist, and make it count. Do something productive. Do something positive. Make this world a better place. My contribution, I bring the message of peace to people. At least I present the possibility. You, in your life, have the possibility of experiencing that peace. Look inside. That is the first step. Look inside. That is the first step. All these things that I have talked about are not impossible. If you said impossible, if you said in your head, because some of you I can hear, You think out loud too much. But if you thought it was impossible, then you need to think like the puppy. On your feet, smart, because it is possible. So thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me, Mayor. And I hope that you all enjoy what is being done here, the effort that is being made. It is a valiant effort. It is a beautiful effort. And it is sincere wishes of the people that I have seen today to make this happen, where there were students, whether they were the honored guests here, and you, the participants. You want this to happen. You know, seeds are always much smaller than the tree. Have you noticed that? Seeds are always smaller than the tree. Just because they are small does not mean a big tree doesn't lie in the possibility of that seed. This is small compared to the population of this world. This is small. This is not 6 billion. But if we act like a seed, we got a forest. And we got a forest. Each tree can produce so many more, so many more, so many more, so many. What is the urgency? What is the urgency? 25,550 is the urgency. You know what that is? 25,550 is approximately the days you have in a lifetime at a 70-year average. That's all. That's not very much. And oh, by the way, most of it's gone. 25,550. On a base average of 70 years, that's all the days there are. You want to waste a few? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Be real in your life. Look within. Find that possibility and enjoy your life. That's my message to you. Thank you very much. And good night.
L'atmosfera creata da Prem Rawat, dalla Prem Rawat Foundation, dall'Associazione Percorsi, dagli illustri personaggi che si sono alternati in questi giorni nei luoghi che sono stati scelti per i nostri incontri. Questo è stato l'incontro conclusivo e non poteva che essere anche un momento di festa, ma le parole che Prem Rawat ha lanciato da questa piazza sono certo saranno incise sui muri di questa piazza. E sono certo che ci saranno generazioni che sapranno leggere quelle parole incise. È questo il nostro compito. Ci sono 1000 incomprensioni della politica, ci sono 1000 incomprensioni della vita, ma ci sono traguardi, principi, valori che devono essere riconosciuti come universali e condivisi da tutti. E le cose che ha detto Prem Rawat sono indubbiamente condivise dall'intera umanità. Desidero ringraziare ulteriormente Sua Eccellenza Prem Rawat, l'onorevole Tuadi, l'onorevole Fuad Allam per questo incontro, ma anche e soprattutto tutti gli illustri ospiti che sono venuti da ogni parte del mondo per lanciare anche loro, con la loro presenza, questo amplificatore straordinario del messaggio di Prem Rawat. L'incontro con Prem Rawat e con gli illustri personaggi che vedete sul palco e in mezzo a voi si conclude qui, ma la serata continua con la musica e continua anche con delle animazioni e vorremmo che, così come il messaggio di Prem Rawat era un messaggio di felicità e positivo, fosse anche quest'area presente in mezzo a voi mentre continuate con la nostra serata. Grazie a tutti.